people of the internet, welcome back to CC Diaries, where no topic is a taboo. And today we are going to continue with the series Teenage Pregnancies in Kenya. And in our last video we talked about who is responsible for the rising number of teenage pregnancies in our country, and we came to a conclusion that it's a collective social responsibility. Everyone has a part to play. The government has a huge role to play. The parents as well have a part to play, and the teachers too, and basically everyone who lives under this sun has a role to play, because we are related or connected with these girls directly and indirectly. They are our sisters, they are our daughters, they are our cousins, and we live around them. So everyone has a part to play and everyone is responsible. So today I want us to put comprehensive sex education, sexual abuse, online grooming, and life skills in a letter, and let's address it. So I can dare say that we have to stop acting and start acting, because the numbers have been there. Yeah, they have been there. It's not because of corona that's why there is a rising number of teenage pregnancies. These numbers have been there, and we have to do something about it. So let's start acting. So I talked about sexual abuse. Why? Because sexual abuse is one of the reasons why there is a rise in number of these particular pregnancies, because most of these girls are molested. Yeah, someone is taking advantage of them and they get pregnant. So the question should be, where are the perpetrators? And we asked ourselves that question: where are the perpetrators of these heinous acts? Where is the DCI, child protection units? What are they doing about it? And again, our justice system comes in handy, because our justice system is so slow, or rather too slow. Yeah, very. Because you can actually go to Mars via Jupiter and come back, and still your case wouldn't have been dealt with. So our justice system in Kenya is too slow. Again, it is too flexible when a bribe is involved. So again, it's not independent. So where is justice for these young girls? And I was watching a story of this young girl, who the old mama was saying that she was actually crying and saying that her daughter was molested by a teacher in 2012. 8 years later, justice has not been served, and it's too hard for them. Victimization of the victims. Yeah, they are really victimized. They are depressed. They can't live in the society, because the people who have molested them, who took advantage of them, are in the streets, man. They are roaming around the streets and nothing has been done. So they are not even safe. Again, safe places to run to come in, because if these girls could have safe places to run to, again, social norms come in handy, because msichana umerepiwa vipi, labda ulikuwa umejiachilia, and all those narrative. It's actually a very delicate topic. Children fear police station. They can't even run to the police station and say, what, my father is molesting me. Because as I said earlier in our last video, is that as a society we have a trust deficit. Yeah, and that's for sure. You can't even trust your father. You can't even trust your uncle, your brother. These people are taking advantage of you. That is how sick as a society we are. And they fear the perpetrators. They can't talk, because they are given like threats, like, sema nitakuua wewe, nitaua na familia yako. So they live with that, and it has a toll on their mental health. They become depressed, and then a sick generation. And then these young girls and boys, like, they really need to be left to utilize their full potential. Nothing should come in between them, like these early marriages, early pregnancies. They need to utilize their full potential, because they are the future of this country. They are the future leaders of this country, because Imagine 1,000 girls or 4,000 girls becoming pregnant. Those are women leaders. We may say they're, the the early pregnancies would rob us, our women leaders, because they'll be at home. They're like, tunalea, do away with your education, early motherhood, and it's a lot. So that has to be dealt with. So the DCI, the judiciary has to come in handy. Justice has to be served in time, or on time rather, because at least they'll know, like, ah, kuna haki. Because where is the haki for these girls? These young girls' lives matter as Black lives matter. So yeah, we have to talk about it again. Comprehensive sexual education, sex education. Yeah, because sex education, we have talked about it, it's taught in schools, and I think it's not enough. We have to do it real and raw. We have to tell these young girls when their ovulation is, by telling them this, you're not like telling them, now go and do sex. No, at least you're making them aware. They should be aware when they're supposed to ovulate, you know like reproductive sexual health. And I understand that there's a bill in parliament, the reproductive sexual health bill, and it's in its second reading. We hope that that bill comes up with, with a solution for all this. And again, online grooming, as I said earlier, online grooming, like, what do our children watch? People around us, our sisters, our brothers, what do they watch? Online grooming. What sites do they go to? What do they listen to? We also have to regulate that. Yeah, we have to regulate that. And life skills. So we have to do life skills, or rather the teachers have to teach life skills, like, kama PE usifanye like examinable. We should do away with the examinable life skills. Yeah, basically, I think when we do away with that, at least people will be learning life skills, like from deep within, from like their hearts. Si ati tunasoma ndo tufanye mtihani, no. So non-examinable life skills also would help cap this menace. And also tell our girls, there's no like best sex for teenagers, eti maybe sex ya teenagers inafaa kukaa hivi na hivi. No, the best sex for teenager is no sex at all. Yeah, no sex at all. So again, the churches come in, schools, any social gatherings. We have to teach these kids, because they are around us everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. We have to talk about it and be real and raw about it. But the big question now comes in. Yeah, and I want you all to give me your thoughts, and what do you think about this? Is it yet Uhuru for these school going girls? I mean, Uhuru, like Uhuru in quotes, quote and quote. Is it yet Uhuru for these young girls? Is it time that they are given contraceptive? Yeah. Yes. Is it time that, what do you think? Is it time that the government comes up together with the Cambry, come up with a contraceptive as a vaccine to give these young girls, so that we curb this menace? Do you think it's time? It's a question. Do you think it's time? What do you all think about it? And by this contraceptive vaccine, I mean by like a fertility friendly vaccine. Should they come up with a fertility friendly contraceptive vaccine, non-hormonal, for these young girls? What should be done? Yeah, do you think it's time? That is the big question. So give me your thoughts. What do you all think about it? What should we do? And is it yet Uhuru again? I'm saying quote and quote Uhuru for these young girls. As a mother, as a caregiver, as a guardian, would you let your 10-year-old, 11-year-old, or girls of childbearing age be given contraceptives? Are you ready for that? And by these contraceptives, I'm recommending I'm talking about a fertility friendly one, not like the depots or the implants. No, like a fertility friendly vaccine. And that should be the work of the government through the Kenya Medical and Research Institute. Should the government again come up with a fertility friendly contraceptive vaccine for girls of childbearing age? Give me your thoughts down below. Share, comment, like, and subscribe at CC Diaries. Thank you so much for listening in.